Hello, all. Welcome to this podcast for sales accelerators for startups and entrepreneurs. I am Rathna, founder of G Cloud Networks, and I have our guest Subramanian Chandramouli. Subbu has been author for 4 sales books. He has trained around 15,000 people on sales across 47 countries. He is a venture partner at a VC firm, currently raising 120 million US dollars for their second fund. He is also a board advisor for 4 tech startups. He is a visiting professor at various B schools, SP Jain B School at Dubai and Mumbai, Mahendra University at Hyderabad, Masters Union at Gurgaon. He is a guest faculty at ISB Hyderabad, a top voice on LinkedIn on sales coaching. He is a key consultant and trainer for German Accelerated funded by German government to train German startups for to their Indian sales strategy. He's been doing this for the past 6 years. He's a speaker at SARC Chamber of Commerce in Sri Lanka and Maldives. He's also a speaker at German Accelerator Conference at Berlin. If you want to know more detail about Subbu, you can visit www.subbu.co. Welcome, Subbu, for this podcast.
Thank you, Rathna, for inviting me.
So let's start with your journey and authority, Subbu. You have written 4 sales books and mentored many founders, as I see. What personal experience or failures most shaped your sales philosophy?
Yeah, I'll talk about 2 things, Rathna. One thing which has helped me and many other people who I have followed is owning the word. Say, for example, I work towards owning the word sales. Whether I do training, mentoring, writing book, videos in my YouTube channel, speech in various forums, I do only around the word sales. So owning the word. So I request all entrepreneurs or founders own one word in their domain and go deep into that. That is one thing. The second thing, even for my own failure, which I missed, was the focus. So if we are not focused on that one particular thing and we diverge ourselves to multiple things and we embrace failure and I saw failure, that's what I learned from my failure.
Nice. Owning and focus are the mantras.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Thank you for that. Sales, from the sales context, especially for the startups, okay. What is the biggest sales mistake early stage startup founders make in the first 12 months? That's the crucial period, right?
Got it. So Rathan, I have trained close to 15,000 people across many countries, and 3,500 to 4,000 people are entrepreneurs, startup founders in that. And I have seen them across countries, and this problem is common for startup founders across the world. The problem is, especially in the first 12 months, they focus more on the product, which is good, but they completely defocus themselves on their sales. They believe if the product is good, sales will happen automatically. If they build with 4 features and if sales is not happening, they build another 4 features rather than working on the sales. Okay. So my request to the startup founders is, winning founders, successful startup founders, what I have seen across the world is they have only 3 features in their product, but they go and sell. And based on the feedback from the customer, they build the 4th feature. So focusing on sales at the very early stage will help them big time.
So you mean people with their own product or service, they focus too much, going by obvious startup founders, they put too much focus on the product and they don't think that sales is needed as people are already waiting for the product, but it is a vice versa, right? Correct. If someone who knows how to sell, then whatever product they want to sell in the market, it will be easy for them to do it. So the more focus should go on the sales area.
I will not say more focus, at least equal focus should be given to sales along with the product in the first 12 months.
How should founders sell when they don't yet have their own brand credibility or a large customer base? Usually happens within many startups, right?
Good question, Rathna. See, at the initial stage, there is no brand. So the founders, rather than trying to, of course, they have to work on creating the brand, but they have to leverage their existing contacts, Rathna. So that's why I create a framework called Friends Framework. In my channel, I have put a separate video on that.
Okay.
F stands for friends, R stands for relatives, I stands for institution they studied,
Oh.
E stands for ex-employers where they worked for,
Oh.
N stands for neighbor in their community, D stands for doctors, auditors, lawyers, architects, all the professional people, and
Okay.
S stands for the strangers they meet in a train or in a flight.
Oh.
So these people, right, they already know you, they already trust you. But if somebody has to buy, them to trust you, and trust takes time.
Time.
But these people already spend time with you, they trust you, and you should leverage their contacts, their network to do your sales in the first 12 months.
So leveraging the circle of influence, first circle of influence
Absolutely.
is the right first step that one should take. That's absolutely right, I think. Many startups actually, they may focus on like, I'll go do the advertisement on the day one, get 10,000 customers and all, but they will forget that the neighbor who is sitting actually waiting for the product to buy it.
Even their father-in-law and mother-in-law can buy that. Okay, they'll miss
Absolutely. So they need to tap that market, first.
Contacts.
Okay. So let's talk about modern sales thinking. Actually, we are in the new era of AI and other things. How has sales changed into the last 5 to 10 years, especially, and what skills must the sales professional should upgrade today?
Got it. I'm in sales for last 23, 24 years. Those time you sell your product or service only to solve the customer's problem. But
Correct.
today, the customer is expecting more than that. He or she is expecting you to tell her what are the future problems she may face and what is the latest happening in the industry and how she should get prepared. That's why I call this as insights-based selling. You have to give the insight about the customer's industry and how your product or service will solve that future big problem.
So I have a doubt in that. Okay, how can you expect a sales person become a subject matter expert on customer domain? How can use? What is the guidance that you will give to a salesperson to read this?
So they have to prepare. Okay, so today, if that salesperson is not doing that, the salesperson who is doing that is going to win. It may be from the competition or somebody else. So you have to understand customers' domain, customers' industry, and their problems to have an edge over your competition.
Do you suggest a few tools? The modern trend is people go to AI to find out more information about customers.
Yes. See, AI will give you information.
Okay.
So based on that information, you have to do some more preparation.
Okay.
To get that insight. See, when I used to do this 5-6 years back, I used to spend hours and hours in order to get the insights about the customer. Today, ChatGPT and Google Gemini is helping me to do it in 10 minutes. But still, I have to do the 10-minute work.
Correct.
But I have to spend the time and the effort and the thinking that talking about my product feature alone is going to do my sales. That era is over. So it's much beyond that because customer is expecting beyond that. But today with AI, I would say salespeople are at advantage. If yes, see whether AI will kill sales, no. But a salesperson with AI knowledge will kill the other person who don't.
I would say like yes, AI along with some study analytics and what's happening in their industry. Absolutely. If we get this background information and talk in customer's language, that will impress the customer. You might say.
I think that's the only thing is going to impress the customer.
That's the only thing. That's great. Okay. Okay. So about books and the thought leadership area, across your 4 sales books, what is the one principle that consistently delivers results for entrepreneurs especially?
Even for entrepreneurs or salespeople, Rathna, because according to me, every entrepreneur is a salesperson, whether he or she likes it or not.
Yes.
To me, it's about preparation before the customer meeting. So I always say you can win the customer in first meeting. When I say winning, it's not the purchase order or the check. It's about winning the mind and the heart of the customer by extraordinary preparation.
During that phase, they gain trust also, right?
Absolutely. They see you as a knowledge partner. So generally, what is happening when a salesperson is selling, everybody is, the customer is feeling, boss, so many people are coming here to sell me.
Correct.
When you do
Why should I listen to you?
Nobody wants to be sold. People want to buy. They don't want to be sold. But when you go with extraordinary preparation, the customer treat you as a knowledge partner.
The moment you ask the right question,
Yes.
Then customer thinks, okay, this is a different person asking me, directly coming to the point what I was thinking last night about solving something.
Absolutely, Ratna. Because you spoke about question,
Mm.
I used to say, don't ask transactional questions, ask transformational questions. And these
Mm.
transformational questions you can ask only when you do extraordinary preparation.
Preparation, correct. That's good. What motivated you to write your first sales book, and how did writing change your own selling approach?
The answer to this question will take a full podcast, Ratna. But let me
We can do it
quickly,
certainly
yeah,
on the next one. Yeah.
quickly answer that. What motivated me was my failure.
Oh,
So
that's interesting.
I run a company for 7 years, a tech company, and I shut down my company, and I
Okay.
don't know what to do in life. Then I
Mm.
thought, what I like the most is sales, and what comes naturally to me is teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to become a sales trainer and a mentor, but
Okay.
who will learn from a failed entrepreneur? Then I thought to
Mm.
create a personal brand for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote my first book, and when
Mm-hmm.
it got published, and I took a picture of the book and kept it as my profile picture in WhatsApp, my life got changed, Ratna. And that's a big story.
When it
But
got published?
my first book got published in April 2018, Ratna.
Oh,
It's 7 years back, seven
oh,
and a half years back.
okay. And the firm that you have been trying before that, how long that was?
I was running that firm for 7 years.
Oh,
So I sold
so how
close to,
how do you compare that 7 year phase and this 7 year phase?
yeah,
Like, put it in a thought, like you were traveling in some mode of transport, and put
absolutely.
that actually.
Yeah.
How would you say that?
I would say that, Ratna, like my first 7 years is what has built me for my next 7 years.
Oh,
So all the mistakes I did in the first 7 years, that's what taught me so many things. Now I'm trying to help the entrepreneurs and startup founders not do the same
same
mistakes I
mistakes.
did and do the right things what I did so that they don't need to go through the same pain what I went through.
Great. I wish that your journey continues, and then you'll hit more milestones ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's explore the founder mindset and leadership area. Okay. Why do many technically strong founders struggle still with sales, and how can they overcome this mental block? Even it happened to me in the beginning, actually.
Yeah. So I would recommend have a good mentor for yourself. And if you're good in technology,
Mhm.
have a mentor who is good in sales and marketing. If you're good in sales and marketing, have a mentor who is good in
Technology.
technology. Or if you have the luxury of time and wealth, have mentors in both the area. So that no, you don't need to do all the mistakes. They will guide you. For example, I own stakes in 4 companies, and I also do mentoring for many other startups.
Okay.
I take care that they go in the right path.
I think many people does this mistake, not going and approaching mentorship. They think that I know everything. Why would I have to go?
Even I did the same thing when I did my startup for first 7 years. I didn't have any mentor. And because of one mentor, my life got changed.
Mm, that's great. So, in your mentoring experience, what separates founders who scale revenue and those who stagnate? Because I've seen startups or entrepreneurs also. They initially see a spike in the beginning, right? Because that's, I think, the spike that comes from the circle of influence. Okay,
Right.
they start something with product or service. There's a hype, and then they think that I am already flying. Okay, and then the next drop comes in. Okay, because when they go to the second circle of influence or through the traditional market, where through sales channel or marketing channel, so they see the real resistance. Okay, so what's your thought on this?
It will look simple, Radhana, but according to my understanding, it is a people skills.
Oh, okay.
Even whether you're a tech founder or a non-tech founder, as you rightly said, initially with your circle of influence, you can scale to a level. But after that, your ability to build a team
Mm.
within your company and your ability to build a partnership with your partners and vendor partners and alliance partners and your ability to manage stakeholders when you go for a funding
Mhm.
or your ability to have many CXOs within your company.
Mhm.
Because if you have to scale, you can't do it alone.
Mm.
You need people, you need partners.
Mm.
And what is the important thing in building partnership? No, ability to understand the people skills, where communication is part of it.
Mm.
So based on my understanding, all the successful founders I have seen, they're extraordinary in dealing with people.
Mm.
That's why they're able to scale.
Okay, so that's one major foundation for any successful person to take it to the next level to their business. What people I've seen people like who are very good in their business domain area, but when it comes to time to talk to someone, influence them, proper communication, they lack.
True.
So your view is that they people who lack actually to spend more time in improvising that.
They
soft
will
skill.
stagnate. They can, with the technical ability, they can go so
Go
far.
so far, yeah.
But after that, it's all about people.
People, they should know how to talk to new people.
New people.
Mm.
People should work for you,
Mm.
for your own vision. Because
Right, you have to make people work for your vision.
absolutely.
Thanks for that. Let's be practical and tactical. A few questions on that. If a startup has just 90 days to generate revenue, let's say someone started something and they expect they in their calculation after 90 days I need to generate revenue, otherwise they cannot sustain. Okay, what sales actions should they focus on first?
Leverage.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by leverage is you cannot go and build the trust with a new person within 90 days to win some deals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you already have customers, leverage your existing customers' connection. Go to your customer and ask for a referral.
Mm-hmm.
Or use the Friends framework, use your own circle of influence and ask for referrals.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you are leveraging their credibility for your gain.
Okay.
Of course, you have to give it back in some other way, right? You have to help them. But within 90 days, leveraging, focusing only on your strength is going to be tough. So leverage your circle of influence strength.
So there are a few business cases where I've seen like people do part-time business. Okay, so this question pops up to me. In those scenarios, they will not be able to leverage their circle of influence. Okay, and I see huge number of people actually think about typical use cases. People who actually work for some organization and they develop this entrepreneurial mindset over the age of 35, 40. Actually, they start to develop that. These people come with this struggle. Actually, I cannot go and tell all my circle of influence immediately what I have, because the maturity state takes time. Actually, do you have any word for them?
So I have some thoughts. People may or may not agree with me. See, if you're doing something part time, it is a smart move in order to gain the training. But if you want to really make it big, you have to go deep. Big and deep are inseparable, according to me. Okay, if you want to go big, leverage everybody, then choose one thing and go deep. That's why you're owning the word.
Yes.
But doing as a part time, initially it's good for a training period. You are warming up.
Right.
It's the mistake I did. Okay, 1 year, 2 year, warm up, understand and everything. But you want to make it big, go deep.
So that one keyword is coming back to your mantra.
Own the
That's
word.
where,
Focus,
own the word. Focus and own it.
Own it.
Absolutely. So according to you, what daily sales habits you recommend for entrepreneurs who are also handling multiple roles?
So, good question, Rathna. I want to recommend two things with your permission, Rathna, rather than one. First thing is, every day do follow-ups. It may be 3 or 5. Allocate some time, say 15 minutes or 30 minutes in your calendar, only on follow-ups. Even you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a senior sales executive. Follow up on existing customer, follow up on new customers, follow up on board members. Do follow up as an everyday habit.
Okay.
Point number one. And point number two is allocate time for sales. For example, based on priority, okay, this week I'm busy on something, I will do sales on next week. But next week you may be ready, your customer is not ready. Even if it's a small 15 minutes window, it's okay. 15 minutes, block it for sales. It can be a sales review, you can have a talk with your sales team or talk to your existing customer. This is other than follow up, I'm saying. That time should be allocated only for sales, irrespective of your busy schedule. If this daily habit is there, I'm telling you, nobody can stop you in your growth.
That's great. People often miss this actually. They don't allocate time for this. They think that it's part of my job and so why should I do that? That's good. Vision and advice, okay, for startups and entrepreneurs. If you had to give just one piece of sales advice to founders listening to this podcast, what would it be?
Go deep and understand your customer. That's why I said preparing for your customer meeting. Not only for a meeting, depth. Depth on two things. Depth on your own domain, depth on understanding the customer.
Okay.
At a surface level, there are thousands of people are working.
already roaming there.
Nobody ready to spend the time and effort to go deep. If you go deep, world is yours.
So instead of going and running a campaign to reach out 1,000 customers, rather you say that you spend little time, do analysis about a client, and
25 customers,
and
go deep.
You're
going to win more.
So your bullet is so sharp that it can go on.
Absolutely.
That's good. Okay. So your training and mentoring program sounds really good. I have many followers actually who are mostly from the tech background, and there are startups, entrepreneurs, especially SaaS-based startups, AI-based startups are all there. If they reach out to you, would you be able to help them with the sales tips or specialized mentoring program and all? You have any word for them?
Absolutely, Rathna. So out of the 4 startups where I am in the board and I have even stakes in those 4 startups, 2 of them are AI startups.
Oh.
So me being an engineer and worked in the software industry for many years, and I'm a big believer in AI. I use many of the AI tools myself. So a lot of my training, mentoring goes to tech startups. Happy to help AI startups because they are the one who can scale faster with AI. With the sales knowledge, they can actually grow faster. Happy to help tech and AI startups.
And most of these people are from Bangalore, and you are based out of Bangalore, and you Subbu also travels to Chennai often. Okay, I think we are coming to an end of this podcast. Before that, can you talk about your current sales training or mentoring program so that it will help audience?
Thank you, Rathna. So, especially for the year 2026, I'm doing a program starting by end of Jan called 2026 Sales Excellence Program. It's going to be a 12-day program, 8-day face-to-face in Bangalore and 4 days online, and then 1 year of hand-holding by mentoring every month. So it's a 15-month program. I'm going to take only few entrepreneurs and make 2026 a very successful year for them. If they want more details, they can go to www.subbu.co and get more details and reach out to me. And I also do mentoring and board advice for some of the early stage startups. If anybody need a board advisor or a mentor on the sales domain, happy to help them.
There will be a lot of people out there waiting for, I hope you will get calls actually, because I've seen many people not spending time on sales, but too much time on product. They take it into confidence that sales will happen one day, but they definitely need mentors and advisors like you. At least some part of time they should consult with you to scale, to get into the accelerating mode, okay, especially. I've seen companies who struggle actually after the first 1.5 years of time frame where the acceleration is needed actually. They need to shift the gears and take it to the next level. And you are the people I have seen where you will help them a lot actually. When you 15 minutes is more than enough for them to just consult with you, I think. So that will help them a lot actually. They will get more insights. They'll completely get a different picture of what they were missing over time. Okay. Thank you, Subbu, for making time for this podcast with a short notice. We have invited Subbu, and we are really honored actually for you to be here in this podcast. We'll be doing more such podcast in future, so stay tuned. So if you like the video, put a like and share it to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. I hope you have learned something new today, and Subbu has given a lot more advices. Take it to your business. We will see in the next podcast. Thank you very much. Until then, goodbye. Thank you, Subbu.
Thank you, Rathna, for very valid questions. I'm sure this will be helping a lot of startup founders and entrepreneurs. Wishing you very best and you to your team for this podcast. Not only my show, a lot of other people are going to come in this podcast and you are making a huge impact in the ecosystem. Wish you all the best.
Wish you a happy new year upcoming 2026 to all.
Happy New Year 2026. Thank you.
Bye.